Welcome. Your daily grounding check-in starts now. So, take a deep breath, release the noise, set the intention. Today's Coffee and Cards reading is here to help you reconnect with your intuition, your energy, and the path unfolding in front of you. Not prediction, not fear, just guidance, reflection, and truth. So, grab your coffee while I shuffle the cards, and let's see what Spirit wants you to know today. Well, fam, this morning I started hearing the beat to I Got 5 on It by Luniz. At first it was just the beat, then I actually started listening to the lyrics. I got 5 on it, creep on in. Immediately my mind went to Stranger Things. That eerie feeling where something slowly creeps in, and before you know it, you're living in it. So I reached for my cards. 3 came out. The Fool, the 9 of Strands, and the Moon. I thought, well, looks like we just stepped into the upside down. Let's see where today's tarot episode takes us. The first card was the Fool. To me, this is taking a leap into the unknown. In this deck, the Fool is literally walking into a dark forest. You're moving forward, but something doesn't feel quite right. Then those lyrics floated back in. Messin' with that Indo weed, got me stuck and I'm tore back. The first thing that popped into my mind was legalized weed. Why, after all these years, would they finally legalize it? Just something that crossed my mind. Now let me be clear, I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with it. When it's used correctly, I actually think it's probably healthier than a lot of prescription pills that get handed out every day. My question is the bigger picture. Why does it feel like we're constantly being encouraged to medicate ourselves? Whether it's weed, alcohol, prescription pills, or endless mass consumption through our screens. Are we slowly being taught to numb ourselves instead of feeling? To stay distracted instead of paying attention? To stay in a haze instead of questioning? Maybe. I don't know. Just something to think about. Back to the cards. The Fool feels like someone trying to move forward, but something keeps holding them back. Smoke, fog, confusion. The blue immediately stood out to me. To me, that's throat chakra. Something is keeping you from speaking your truth. It's almost like you're wandering through your own episode of Stranger Things, lost in the fog, lost in the haze, searching for something but unable to clearly see the path. Then came the 9 of Strands. This is the card that made everything click. This is why my brain immediately went to Stranger Things. Look at those vines, those strands. They remind me of the upside down. Everything connected, everything communicating beneath the surface. I've studied Carl Jung for years. This immediately reminded me of the collective consciousness. We're all connected, part of a much bigger universal flow. But if you're living in the haze, you can't hear it. The green immediately stood out. Heart chakra. Your heart knows. Your gut knows. I always call it the first brain, not the monkey mind. The way out of the forest isn't thinking harder. It isn't overanalyzing. It's learning to feel, to listen, to trust that deeper knowing. Then came the moon. But what really caught my eye was the figure standing right in front, blocking the moon's full view. Meanwhile, everything else is still hidden in the shadows. The strands, the connections, the bigger picture. Sometimes we're so focused on the one thing directly in front of us that we miss everything else trying to get our attention. The moon is still shining, trying to illuminate the path. But unless we're willing to open our minds and consider another way of looking at things, our view stays obstructed. That brings me right back to the first 2 cards. The Fool walking through the darkness, lost in the haze. Then the 9 of Strands, standing there with arms stretched wide open, open to the flow, open to something greater. I pulled 2 more cards for clarity, the the king and the star. To me, the king is asking us to get grounded, come back to ourselves, think clearly, trust our instincts. Then comes the star. Notice he's holding on to the firecracker, his fire, his light. Hope returns, the light comes back on, and suddenly the forest path becomes clear. Maybe today's message isn't really about the weed. Maybe it's about anything that keeps us living in a haze. Fear, distraction, escaping, numbing. Whatever keeps us from fully showing up. Whatever keeps us from hearing our own inner voice. Maybe the way out has never been forcing our way through the forest. Maybe it's remembering that our own light has been there all along. Well, fam, that was today's coffee and cards. Hopefully, somewhere between the coffee, the signs, the music, and the cards, you found a message your soul needed to hear today. Remember, only take what resonates, leave the rest, and make sure to pour back into yourself today. If this reading hit home and you want a deeper, personal reading tailored to your energy and situation, Spirit and Root Tarot offers personalized tarot guidance for clarity, reflection, healing, and insight. Check out the website at spiritroottarot.com. Well, until next time, as always, I'll see you in the cards.